this is my first video in probably almost a year. And when I made my first video, it was about me trying to overcome the anxiety that I had and still have. And I managed to achieve that. But just like everybody, it's been a really bad 12 months for lots of different reasons. And I've had to overcome depression. I'm not the only person in the world that has it, but it took a long time for me to seek help. And hopefully there are people out there that if they watch this, it might just give them the courage and the strength that they need to start the journey of help. And when you get through it, you'll be better for it. So anyway, today I'm going to be playing a game of the Sherman by Lambo. Now you can see down here, it's one of his books. You can actually play without any of this, without scenery. You can play it in a number of different ways, but I really love scenery, and this project for me this is also a way that I'm trying to overcome that depression by focusing on a project. I know that it's making each day better and better, even if it's only a small way. So basically, mission 1, I'm not going to go through the rules. Mike has done a playthrough video. I'm sure others have as well. I just want to play the game, hopefully show off some nice scenery. This is not paid for. I bought the book. I've built everything myself, so this is not a paid promotion. As I said, this is a project to help me get through the depression at the moment. The objective of this mission is I've got to get my Sherman from here all the way up to here. There will be 2 Panzer IVs that will trying to stop me, plus potentially some Panzer IIIs. Not only do I have to get up here to win, but I've also got to destroy these 2. I don't have to destroy any infantry that turn up. I don't have to destroy the Panzer IIIs if they turn up. It's these 2 and move off the map right at the top. So for this, we roll 2 dice to see where these Panzer IVs are going to be. And I've got one starting up here in 1, and the other one starting at 4 down here. So my first step is to remove any smoke that I may have, but I have none. I then get to choose either to do maneuvers or attacking. There's nothing that I can attack on the hex faces, so I'm going to move first to see if I can position myself in a way that will maybe, or at least prevent myself being attacked. And just, I suppose, a quick explanation. We have plains, we have roads. These two villages, because they're green, they're plains, but a road, in this particular case, that allows the road to continue up. And this few houses like that here, this is a mud tile. So I'm going to maneuver first. So I'm on a road, so I start with 2 dice. I remove smoke. I have no smoke. I then decide whether my commander is either going to be popped hatched or buttoned up. I don't think I can be fired on in the first turn, so I'm going to use this as an opportunity to get some more movement. So I'm going to have him up in the pop hatch. So now that I've decided that, I'll work out my dice pool and the maneuver, whether I'm going to maneuver or attack. I'm going to maneuver first. So I get 2 because I'm on a road. My driver, assistant driver are still alive, which I'm just using these heart beads to sort of indicate that they're alive and when they remove when they're dead. And because my commander's in the pop hatch, he'll give me 5. He'll give me the 5th dice. I then roll. Now, 3s are turns and 2 moves. I can use doubles if I want, and if my driver is alive, I can move. So technically, when you move, you go in a straight line, so I can move 1. I don't really want to go into the mud, so I'm going to try and come up here to the up into the village. So I'm going to turn 1 hex phase. I'm then going to move again, which allows me to move into there. And if I turn once more, that will have me facing there. I don't want to turn again, so I'm not going to use that dice. I then go on to I should say actually my gun is actually unloaded at the start. I can now attack. Now, even though I can only attack on the 6 faces, because my gun is actually unloaded, I'm going to roll the dice to see if I can get it loaded. So I get 2 dice because I'm on a road. I then have my gunner, my assistant, or my loader, and because I've got my commander in the popped hatch, I get 5, trying to get either doubles or I want to work out of all of these. You can do these in any order, so the whole lot of 4. So not useful to me, but the 2 is going to allow me to have my gun loaded. I then go into the miscellaneous phase. I'm considered to be on a road, so I have 1 dice, and my commander is alive, whether he's in his popped or buttoned up state. So I get to roll 2 dice, and I rolled a 2 and a 4. So I can either fire my machine guns at any infantry that are around me, or I can repair. I haven't taken a turret damage or an immobilized, so none of that is good. I was hoping to pop some smoke. Okay, so we now go on to the Germans phase. We look at what they start on. I'll try and make sure that I do it top to bottom just so I don't forget anything. He starts on a road, which is just 4 dice. We then place them in order and then perform in order. So on the road, a 2 is a move, and they're always going to be moving and turning towards my Sherman. So move, move, a 3 is a fire or a move. I'm over here, there's no way he can get to me, so he'll use that. As a move, and a 4 is either a move or a turn. Now, I could move, but that would take him out of firing, where at least I believe, and I might be wrong, but in my mind, he'll take the turn instead, because it's keeping me the opportunity, giving it the opportunity to fire at me in its next turn, but also presenting its front armor as opposed to its side armor to me, which is in its best interests. The Panzer IV down here, it's on a plain or field, so it's still 4 dice, and again putting them in order. So a 1 is a fire or a turn. Can't fire, so he's turning towards me, so it will turn. It then has a move or turn, so it will move. It has a 5, which is a move or reverse. Reverse is taking me away from the Sherman, or taking it away from the Sherman, so I would do that. So that's going to move. And then 6, fire or hold down. For the dice that allowed it to stay there, being able to fire, but it's in here, so it can't fire at me, so it's going to go hold down. So just a little bead there to say that, it's hold down. That's all the German's turn. So let's go to the end of turn events. Roll a 10, a Stuka. If the commander is in popped hatch, destroy the Stuka on a 6+. If not, Stuka hits on an 8+ damage roll at AP1. Alright, I am in the popped hatch, so can I roll a 6? No. Does it hit me? 6, no. So that's it for the turn. So it's back to me. I have no smoke. I could move first, but there's no position that's going to get me able to shoot at both of them. While I could shoot first, it'll make my chances of being hit. While I could move first, it makes my chances of hitting slightly easier. It also means that I'm out in the open. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my commander's going to get ready for battle. And he's going to become buttoned up, and I think I'm going to shoot first. So looking at the dice that I get, I'm technically on a road, so I get 2 dice. My gunner, my loader, but I don't get 1 for my commander because he's not in the popped hatch. So 4 dice. Reroll that 1. Alright. These can be used in any order. Now the 3 and 4 is a machine gun, so that's no good to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the 6, allowing me to shoot, which will then make me unloaded. And then when I can spend that, I'm going to be back up into being loaded. So he's 1, 2 hexes away, so Panzer IV size is 4, so 5, 6. He's in a building hex, so that takes it to 7. There's no tree lines, so 7 or better. Good, got him. Now, unfortunately, because he turned his front armor to me, I normally have to hit on a 6, but because I'm armor piercing 1, a 5 or a 6 will allow me to hit him, to penetrate, and I roll a 1. So I've hit, but I've done nothing. I then use it up to be loaded. I don't see how moving is all going to help me at the moment, so I think I might stay here. So then I go on to my miscellaneous. 1 for my being on a road, and 1 for my commander. Doesn't matter whether he's in popped or button up. Alright. 4s are repairs. Great, so I'm going to get all my repairs out of the road, so when I need them I'm not going to be able to roll them. And because it is a double, I can turn it actually into a hull down, so that's going to make it harder for them to hit me. So their turns. Again, starting at the top up here, he's on a road, so he gets 4 dice. A 2, a 2, a 3, then a 6. He's on a road, so a 2 is a move. The second one is a move or a turn. Now he can't move into my hex, and if he turns away, he won't turn away because he can get, so he's not going to use that. The 3 is a fire, so he's going to shoot at me. My size is 4, 5 for the distance, 6 because I'm in a building hex, 7, 8 because I'm hulled down. 6, good. Whew. Whew. Unfortunately, now I have to take another shot. Ugh. So nothing's changed, so an 8, 5. Tank down the bottom here. He's in mud, so that's what these brown ones are, they're mud. So the buildings don't offer anything here. So he's only going to roll 3 dice. 1 and 2 6s. A 1 is a fire, he can't do. And 6s, he pops smoke. So he's still held down and he has smoke going at this point in time. 6 is still smoke, so he can't have double smoke. So that's their turn. End a turn of end. An 8. There's no adjacent infantry. So back to me. I'm gonna take a risk here. take a risk, and I'm going to put my commander up in his popped hatch, giving me an extra dice because I want to shoot. So I want to maximize my dice that give me the opportunity to shoot and or load. So 2 commander and popped, gunner and loader. 1s, 2s, 5, 6s. That's what I'm after. And of course, I didn't get a single thing that allowed me to shoot my main gun. Of course. I don't want to move. Because where I could move here, I suppose, but then that allows him to move up next turn. I think I've got to stay there and just hope that I can. These doubles allow, because my gunner's alive, to actually fire my main gun. If I was to say anything about probably this book, and it probably affects people that are colorblind more than anything. I still get confused sometimes where on a double the gunner can fire the main gun, but it's written as FMG. And you've got to remember that it's FMG, not fire the machine guns, it's fire the main gun. So yeah, maybe a slightly different color differentiation there may have helped, especially because of for me, the color does remind, but because it is red, how does that affect the colorblind people out there? Just a thought, I don't know. So, what this allows me is that'll allow me to fire once, and then I can load. So I'll be fired, loaded. This time, he starts at 4. He has a 5 because he's 1 away. That's it. 8 hit. Still firing at his front. Oh, I got through. Right, so 6 gets through the armor. So I roll 1 dice. And 1 to 4, he's damaged. So until he repairs that, he'll only roll 2 dice on his turn. And 2 damages takes out a tank. So of course I then load up. So that's my turn. Not my turn, sorry. I have then the miscellaneous. 1 for road, 1 for commander, and that's it. A 1 and a 5. So I can actually fire I was about to say fire my machine guns. Fire the main gun. So I'm going to do that. And then a 5 is going to allow me to pop smoke. So I'll pop smoke anyway, just in case. But let's see what happens. 8, I've got through. 4 goes to a 5 because of armor piercing, and their front armor is 6. So that's my turn. They have the Germans have smoke, so when I can, I've magnetized these. These are actually, the tiles are from Graven Guild. I'll put a link in the description. If anybody actually, they're a print I know you can print an FDM or resin. You can use tabless. I've got the tabless versions. Yeah, I love my scenery, so yeah. So we've removed their smoke. I'm not on fire. So starting with this one here, he is on a road, but he is damaged, so you only will roll 2 dice. A 2 will turn. He won't turn because that will move him away from me as such. And a 4 is either move or reverse. So he can't move into me, so he will reverse. And obviously has decided that he gets better protection being in that little village. Sometimes I know the dice rolls can give me some, they can move back and forward and do some weird things, but I find by the end of the game, the picture of what they've done actually ends up making a lot more sense to me. So that's his turn. The tank down here. He's in mud, so he only gets 3 dice. So he has a 2, which is a turn. And then 5s. Now, I think hold down is lost when you turn. I'm just checking that up quickly. Yes, so when you turn, that's enough to remove the hold down. And then he has 2 5s, which are firing, so he can't shoot at me at this point. I then have my event. 8, again infantry. So next turn, remove my smoke. I'm gonna push my luck a little bit here. I need to get so I'm gonna attack first. So 2 and then the 3. 3 4s, that's not going to do me any good. 3 6s. Fire machine guns. And then I could use that to load, because that's all I could do, because even if I fire once I'm unloaded, at least that allows me to use the doubles rule for a loader and load up. So I think that's what I'll do. So again, load, shoot, back up. So 4 5 6 7. Oh, just. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I need a 5 or a 6 here. That is not a 5 or 6 dice. Okay, but at least I'm loaded. Maneuvering. I don't know how long I want to sit here and just hope that I can. Next turn, I think what I'll do is if he hasn't moved, and I'll have to try and get in onto a side to get myself a better chance. But all I'm going to do by maneuvering now, I may get lucky and may be able to fire my machine gun, my main gun. I'll maneuver, see what I can do. So, road, and then the 3. So 2 1s, they're reverse. Threes, 4s, turns. 5 is a move, and then I could either move or turn. Move. I'm giving up a lot of defensive shots for that, so I just don't think it's worth it. So they've got no smoke. Oh, sorry, my miscellaneous. I keep forgetting that. 1 + 1 for my commander. A 3 is a turn and or a move. Or I can pop smoke and repair, or repair, so I think I'll pop smoke. Right, now there's no German smoke. I'm not on fire. Starting with this one, he's on a road, so he gets 4 dice. One, he'll fire. He's got 3 fires this turn, so I think 3 opportunities to fire this turn, so I think I did the best thing by staying where I was. So, on the fire, 4, 5, 6, 7 for buildings, 8 for smoke, 9, 10. Double ones. Ooh. He is damaged, he should roll 2 dice. 2 and a 5. He won't turn. And then he'll fire. 4, 5, 6, 7 for the buildings, 8 for the smoke, 10 because I'm hull down. No. This German down here, he's in mud, so he only gets 3 dice. 2 is a turn. And 4s are moves. Moving. I think he will turn, because that then presents him the opportunity to move. No. Let's go back. 2 is a move or a turn. Got to remember that I do this in order. So, move or turn. Can he move? Yes. So he moves. A 4 is a turn. And then 4. Right, look on the right table. A 2 is a turn. Then a 4 is a move. When we go back and we look at this, is he turning here considered moving further away? To me, I'm going to say, to be honest, I do actually think if he starts to turn this way, he is moving himself further away. So he's not going to turn because he's already facing this direction. And then 4 is a move, which is not so good for me. Down to the end of turn event. 10, that's Stuka on a 6+. Oh, so close. And hits me on an 8. If not, Stuka hits on 8+, roll on damage at AP1. So my armor value is 4. Nah, +1 is 2, so hit but nothing. Remove my smoke. I've got to fire and then see what happens first, I think. So again, pop touch, commander, that. Right, so three doesn't do me any good, but a 6 is going to allow me to shoot. I might actually shoot at this one here, I think. Closer, and I'm at least hitting on his front side, so it improves my chances of at least damaging him. But he is behind me, so 4, 5, 6 because he's behind me versus 4, 5, 6, 7. So better hit, slightly better chance of getting through armor. So first shot will be at that. So 4, 5, 6. I'm glad I fired at him. Front side armor is a 5, so I need a 4 or better. Of course I don't. So then I'll load up, and then I'll use that. Oh, I hate this. I've got to try and damage him, I think. 12. Okay, I would have hit. And again, 4 or better. 5 got through. Of course, because if I'd done that, that would have, I would have destroyed him. And I roll a 1, so he's now damaged as well. I think I'm going to stay where I am. So I'm not going to worry about moving, but I'll get 2 dice, a 1 and a 2. I think I was unloaded. So I can use that 1 to at least load. And the 2 is shooting the machine gun, so I can't do anything. Oh, now I've got to see. All right, they're both damaged, so they're rolling 2 dice. This one here. Double 4. He's damaged, so that is move reversed. So he moves. And then reverse, because he can't move into me. So he reverses back to where he is, so that's his turn. This tank, 2 and a 4. A 2 is a turn. He will turn to me, so and has then decided that instead of, he can't move, so he will reverse. Okay, so my event, 7, adjacent infantry, nothing. Alright, back to my turn. Popped hatch. I think I've got a maneuver. What do I need? A move. If I can get a move, turn, move, turn, move, then 2 more turns. That's a whole lot of lucky dice rolls. Well, I can try it and see, I suppose. I don't have to use it. Alright, so if I go move, then a turn, that would face me up here. Then use that as a, let's start again. Move puts me to there. I'm just gonna use my little, let's use some infantry so I can figure this out. I move. Then I turn. Then I can move. Then I can turn. Then I can move. Okay, I think that's what I'll do. So go back to it all. And go move. So I'm losing my hull down. Then I'll turn. Then I'll move. Then I can turn. Then I can move again. Now the downside is that he is in my rear, so I'm going to be, it's harder for him to hit. It's harder for me to hit him, but at the same time, I'm hitting in his front side armor, so that's going to give me my best chance of actually managing to hit. So, okay, it's a bit risky, but I've got to try it. I haven't won a game yet, so I don't know, maybe I need to be riskier. Let's see how it goes. So my shooting. Alright. Thought that was 2 6s. I'm going to re-roll that one because I can't remember what it was. I thought it was a 6, but it's a 2. Alright. So we've got a 2, which is a load, a 6, which is a fire, machine gun, but I could turn those into fire main gun or load. So let's fire my main gun. 4, 5, 6 because he's in the building, 7 because he's in my rear. Just. But now his rear side value is 4. I add 1 to the dice. So I miss. Of course I do. So I'm unloaded. Load. Shoot. hit, and I'm unloaded, and then I destroy him. So 1 out of my 2 destroyed. Whew. But I am unloaded, so we'll go into my miscellaneous turn. 2 dice. A 2 and a 4. Machine guns or repair, neither of which are useful to me right now. Now, having said that, this is actually the best I've ever gotten. I've not yet managed to kill. So, yeah, me. Right, so, what am I going to do? Well, not my turn, so it doesn't matter what I'm going to do. Remove the German smoke. I'm not on fire. So let's have a look. He's damaged, so he's only rolling 2 dice. It's got a 2 and a 5. 2 is a turn. I think that's going to put him away from me, so I don't think he'll turn. And fire. Well, no, I suppose technically a 2 is actually getting closer to me. And then he fires. So that's it. The event. 3. Sniper fire. My commander just got sniped. This is when I thought it was getting good. Oh, no. Yes, there's no infantry on board, so they can't snipe at me. Obviously, some laughs come from the interior of the tank as the assistant driver looks up at his commander, wrench in hand, and a huge grin on his face. And the commander will then summarily execute him. No, hang on. Wrong army. So he will then change his pants and then continue to hunt down this last tank. Oh, wow. Alright, so I have no smoke. Now I've got to go chasing, so I've got to... I've now got to start chasing him out. Right. Turn. Turn. Don't want to turn anymore. And I'll use a doubles because my driver's still alive to turn that into a move. Oops. Oh yeah, I had him in the pop tag. That's a bit risky even though there's nobody around. Right, this is attack step. Really just trying to get myself loaded. And do I load? Yes, I do, because I have a doubles. Otherwise, I couldn't, so I'm now back up into loaded. Miscellaneous, do I have a commander? Yes, much to my assistant driver's mirth. So I get 2 dice, a 1 and a 6. I can either shoot or I can extinguish a fire. No. Alright. They have no smoke. I'm not on fire. The German, he's still damaged. Double 5s. Which means he's just sitting there ready to fire. 3. 3 my event. Six, Sherman infantry. Right. They appear to over here. So now I can be sniped. What's the chances of that happening again, as he says? All right. Let's move. All right. I want to turn. I want to move. Move again when the doubles, and then I'll turn. All right, now I'll try and shoot. Wow. So let's shoot here first. Four, five, six. And of course I miss. Load. Shoot again. Hit him. Front side armor. AP 4 better. Hit him. Oh. And any result when they're destroyed, damaged is a destroyed, so he's dead. So all I've now got to do is get off the board. A miscellaneous turn. 5 and a 6. Smoke or repair, extinguish. I'm not going to worry about either of that. Pop smoke, who knows? Just in case. So now, regardless of who turns up on the board, reinforcement-wise, I can just get off. Hope that if any reinforcements turn up, that they actually come down here as such. And speaking of reinforcements, I get a reinforcement and watch me roll a 1, so it actually comes right where I've got to get through 4. Wow. He turns up here. All right. I'm going to try and get away, so move first. This is where ones are reverse. If I reverse into here, that's wood, so I can't move through a wood, so otherwise turn. It's going to be a bit risky, I think. I'll lose my smoke. I'll reverse into the mud. I can turn. Oh, that's not so bad. I can use that to move. think I'm unloaded. So let's... No, I loaded... No, I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm sure when you watch I watch the playback, I'll work out whether I was right or wrong. Tell me that I'm a numpty in the comments, because I've got the memory of a goldfish. So let's see what I can do. Four's not going to do me any good because there's no adjacent infantry. I could load with that, shoot with that. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, got it. 5 or better goes to a 4 or better. No. Then my miscellaneous. 1 to 3. No, I am loaded. So I could fire again. Which I think I will. Needing an 8. No. Alright. I could turn or move, but I want to move closer, and at least my best armor is facing him if he does manage to get a shot off. So I think that's it. So no smoke, no fire. He's in the field. Fire, he can, so he will. 4, 5, 6, 7. Hit me, not double, so my commander's fine. He has 0 AP, so he needed a 6, didn't get it, so he just bounced off my armor. Oh, that's that shot. 4 is a turn, he's firing directly, facing directly at me, so he won't turn. And then a 5 is a move or reverse, and he will move closer. Ooh, this is getting tense now. I just need to get out of here. Alright, my event. 7, that infantry, but there's no adjacent to me. So, I think long run. My commander's decided that he's better for him to be alive at the end and hope. So we've got a 2, a 4 and 2 5s. A 2 is a turn. A 5 is a move. A 4 is a turn. And then a 5 is a move. I know it's putting my rear armor to him, but for him to shoot, he basically has to come up into here or here. One thing I did forget. I think he rolled high enough anyway, and I didn't damage him. But this is actually a tree line. I did forget the tree line there. So that should have added an extra +1. In the heat of the battle, I forgot it, but it didn't make any impact on the game, so we'll keep it as it is. So I've moved there. No smoke. No fire. He's in the field, so he'll get 4 dice, sorry. So 2s and 2 5s. 2s are move, then turn. So he will move. Moving him gets further away. This is where it gets dodgy. So I think it's moving him here technically gets him further away. So I'm going to have him turn on that second 2. And then he can move on the 5. And then he's now checked that there's nothing dodgy going on in there, and has decided that discretion is the better part of valor, and will reverse. If you think I did the wrong play from then again, let me know. Right, event 7, infantry but not adjacent. Commander will pop his hatch, and we need 3 moves to get out of here. And of course we get 2. So 1, 2 for those. 1 is a reverse that doesn't do any good. 2 is a turn, not doing me any good. I'm not going to worry about loading up. So let's see if I can somehow out on my miscellaneous. If I can get either of these a 3. Double 4. I could go hold down. I'll go hold down just in case. I can't move off, but at least I can go just in case. Alright, his turn, he's in the field, so he gets 4. One is a fire he can't do. Turning moves him further away from me, so I don't think he's going to turn. 3 also is a fire, can't do because that blocks line of sight, but he will move into there. 4, now he's directly facing me, so that's... And then a 6 is, can he fire? Yes. Oh. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 because I'm held down. 6. Right, event 6. German infantry coming on a 6, which is actually all the way down here. He stays up in the popped hatch just to... No, he'll move up into popped hatch. Moved the wrong one before. Just to increase my chances of moving off. And I move off. Wow, I didn't think I'd win that. Out of 3 games, that's the first win, and I managed to take it out without actually any damage. So, yeah. Yeah, any comments, please leave below. And see you on the next one.